What's going on? It's Jason Heath, and we're looking today at a piece of music that haunts me every time I hear it. Philip Glass's Metamorphosis One has been used in TV and film for years, and it was so cool to talk to Brent Edmondson, the arranger of this, to learn about why he decided to arrange this and what he finds attractive about this piece.
I want to preface this by saying that the arrangements that you guys are selling in the store right now came out of a project that I did back in, I believe it was 2015, with my dear friend Amanda Rice Johnston. And I bring Amanda up. About a year ago, Amanda had a brain aneurysm rupture, and Amanda's been, on the road to recovery since November of last year, and things are going well, slow but well. And I can't talk about any of this stuff without talking about Amanda, because she was the impetus behind all these arrangements. And we created a bass duet tour. The group was called Bear J, which was B.E., Brent Edmondson, and Amanda Rice Johnson, ARJ. And we were sponsored at the time by Nick Lloyd, and Nick Lloyd gave us 2 basses to perform on, and we did a college tour, went down as far as Virginia, went up as far as Boston. These were performance arrangements that I had conceived of, and I had the brilliant idea that at the time we didn't know how we were monetizing this tour, so I printed up these arrangements after I had finished them with some nice covers and everything, and we're sort of selling them, one by one to students who came to see these recitals that we did. To have these arrangements have a new life and to get them online and get them out to a wider audience is really great, because one of the things I think that your store does really well, and one of the things that's a challenge for people who are sort of in the insular bass world, is it's easy for me to reach somebody who's at a conservatory if I talk to their teacher and stuff, but that's talking to a very narrow and deep channel of the bass world that is the really, really serious, dedicated students that ended up at these 6 or 7 schools that I have contacts with. And what I really appreciate is that this project that was, so much the product of the love between Amanda and I is that it's getting out to the wide world, and that these arrangements are going to be played and seen by people who don't necessarily come from that background. And I think to talk about one of these arrangements in specific, there's the Philip Glass Metamorphosis One. Now that came about because I'm a huge Battlestar Galactica fan, and there's a really, really poignant scene in the show where that is the backdrop of a character really, reminiscing about a life that she's left behind and everything. And the music blew me away when I first heard it, and I just I had to come to terms with that music, and so this arrangement, which is kind of simplistic, it goes from being this bass duet to being this kind of hypnotic trance kind of piece, and it could just go on forever. And we found actually when we performed it that the more repeats that we took and the longer we made it, the more positive the response to it. Like, people really, it's those alpha brain waves that everybody's trying to get to all the time. You can really put somebody in a nice hypnotic state like that. And I wish there was more music out there that did that thing, because I think that that's special, and it's an underappreciated corner of the art form. I did a little bit of work making sure we passed off parts back and forth so that there was a lot of equality there. But really, it's just about creating this space for people to think about other stuff and to just be inside their body and hearing something that sounds really cool.
All right, let's dig inside this arrangement and check it out.
I wish I crescendoed here. I did a little bit, but I could do more. And this just major third in the background. I'd love to hear myself play this in some sort of church, or me and somebody else, hopefully not just double Jason like this. And even if you're in a dry space like I am here in my place in San Francisco, try to get as reverberant a sound as possible and really get air in the sound, I think really adds to the flavor of this arrangement. And especially the lower part, I think, increasing the vibrato speed, doing a little crescendo into this. We got these phrases coming back over and over, so trying to make some drama out of them, I think, really helps propel the piece forward. It's amazing to me how badly I can play B natural and B flat in tune, but oh well, live and learn. We'll do better next time. Yeah, like those E's, listening back, I would love to have some vibrato on those E's that I'm closing on the A string. That would add a lot. That's the sort of thing I sort of forget about doing when I'm playing in the moment, and then I watch back and I think, oh, wish I had more vibrato on that thing. It just would add a little bit more character to this. That was better B flat. It was a little tense, but that's okay. That pizzicato sounds pretty good. See, I should be vibrating more on those closed notes, even those that move quickly through there. There's time for vibrato, and I think it would add to the character. At least my own personal, my taste as I'm listening back wishes there was a little bit more vibrato. Back to the opening. And I'm putting a little more space in the second part than I'm in the first part. I should connect the second part more, in my opinion. That's a little smoother on the second part. These pizzas seem to ring out pretty well. Come on, Jason, vibrate. Vibrate a little faster up high. Sounds a little askew. Yeah, I could definitely go for the ends of those phrases more. Ugh, pitch. I need to practice that. So since it's a minimalist piece, I think what would be interesting and what I'll explore the next time I play this or when I play this with somebody else is to really more distinctly change the tone colors as I come back to these same spots. Because we've done this material before, doing something a little bit different, that just like a slightly different shade of color, I think would make this, give this a little more added interest. Oh, pitch, Jason. I know what I need to practice today. Yeah, so that upper line to me, that's a speed of vibrato that feels good for me, and then it sounds a little too whoa 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 whoa. I think I need something. I think maybe I need a little bit faster vibrato. If I go too fast, I start to tense up personally, so maybe that's what's happening. But I do think it sounds a little warbly up high. That was a decent step down in dynamic. But no vibrato on the lower part. Come on, vibrate! I think I was listening back to the recordings and I was noticing how badly out of tune some of these chords were, so I think I was focusing, especially in the second part, on the pitch. But, so, okay, good. Now work on the tone and the tone quality. Oh, that was good. Brent writes this out as a fade, which is cool, and no slowdown.
That's a look inside this very cool arrangement. Thank you, Brent, for putting it together. We've got a link in the description below if you want to check it out. And if you're interested in more double bass sheet music, we've got a very cool video about it linked up right here. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.